Herb Lyman drew this map in front of which Walt is standing. Walt was going, how am I going to convince the guys in the banks in back east to give us money, to loan us money to build this park? And before he went back to meet with the bankers, he had his artist draw this huge map. It's very big. And he took that with him and rolled it out. And he says, this is what we're going to do. And he explained all the lands and the rides. And they would give him the loan for that. And that map is now at Disneyland, California, in the entrance area of Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. Here's a 3D version of the map. The pirate ship up there was a tray service restaurant sponsored by a Chicken of the Sea, I think it was, but it was a company that caught and sold, canned and sold tuna. So you can go there and get a tuna sandwich. Walt also had a fascination with nature, and he added to his television show his true life adventures from Seal Island and Nature's Half Acre, things that would happen in nature. And he would send out film crews to capture all these wonderful things in nature. Walt's fascination for trains included building a model railroad in his backyard. Now, the model railroad was big enough that the steam locomotive was actually steam powered, and it was just big enough for kids and adults to ride on the train. This is a little bit interesting in that the fellow riding behind is a world famous artist.
What's his name?
I will think of it in a minute. Dali.
Dali?
Dali.
Dali.
Dali. D-A-L-I.
Dali.
Dali, yeah. He's the one that makes the melted timepieces, the melted clocks in his art.
Look, they can take 4 adults.
Uh-huh.
It's very strong.
Yes. And
the video.
Yeah, this is in.
It's pretty fast.
No. This is sped up. Now they had Lillian wanted to have a flower garden, a rose garden.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, very heavy too. Yeah, a lot of cast iron. So Lillian wanted to have a rose garden, and Walt said, well, we want to have a train, so how does she get her rose garden? They said, well, we'll just build a tunnel that goes underneath the rose garden. The tunnel was straight, so you could see from one end to the other. It would never actually get dark inside the tunnel. And Walt said, no, I want it dark, so I want a curve. And Bob Gurr of the guy. So there goes Walt, and I'm quite pleased that I have one of the rolling stock on the sister railroad that was operated in the backyard, not of Walt Disney, but of Ollie Johnston.
That's nice.
One of his 9 old men animators. He's the one that called them the old men. Now, this is the live action recording or recording session of Mr. Buddy Epson, a much loved movie actor and song and dance man. He went on to fame in a TV show called The Beverly Hillbillies. They had him cast originally as the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz, but he was allergic to the makeup and could not continue in that role. After the success of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and despite the not great reception of Fantasia, the Disney Studios continued with full-length productions, including Dumbo and Bambi, The Three Caballeros, and Song of the South. Three Caballeros and Song of the South were both combination of live action actors and animation. This is the mechanical control of the dancing man on the other side. We'll go around and take a picture of that. So each of the bumps on this moves a control arm, which moves a either lever or a cable, which makes something else move. So every bump here translates into movement. This is a very early version of animatronics. This is the dancing man prototype figure. This is a model representation of Granny's cabin. So outside there's wires that can bring electricity to lights on the inside, and those lights are out right now. But from down here, I'm looking into another room that has the lights on. I can see the kitchen back there.
Yeah.
So this is a good representation of 3D, using actual 3D to get that